Steve.
Welcome and thanks guys for coming along. This is basically a festival. It's kind of like the whole concept is trying to get the whole of as much of the Dunedin music community together in one place and try to really celebrate exactly what we have as a community here, and you guys are an essential part of that.
So my name's Brendan Christie. I'm I guess you'd call me the coordinator of the Nook Cranny Music Festival.
I've got each floor area, so we have the fourth floor, second floor, first floor from the top to the bottom. Then we have the children's pit area, then the ground floor main area, and we have the car park for the first time. What to do from now in order. Floor managers, grab a piece of paper, meet up with your runner. So we
got the film crew.
Yeah, film crew. You
The reason why it's called the Nook Cranny is because we're all shoving them in a place that doesn't really embrace music all that much, which is the library. But then, being a library, it's a large building with a lot of different places and that a lot of people don't always go. So we want to try and encourage people to sort of explore this place and discover all the different kinds of music that we have in the city.
Our challenge for today is to get people to come down to the basement car park because they won't be expecting us to have music in a car park. Musicians are songwriters. We try to get people who write their own songs to come. It's Music Month, it's Museum of Music, but we're a city of literature and writing songs is literature. It's poetry set to music. The thing about coming to the library is it's not a noisy pub. It appeals to lots of people. Children can come. Older people who maybe aren't comfortable going to bars can come, and they can hear their stories, they can hear the lyrics because there's no background noise, they can just sit and listen to the lyrics, and often the musicians will tell them their background as well, so they'll say, I wrote this because I was in a dark place, or I was in a happy place, or I just had a breakup, or I just got a job, whatever the reason, and you learn a little bit. It's very personal. The biggest reason is you've got Dunedin coming together and having a party. What better reason on a rainy day?
Do you have numbers on how many people go to it?
Yeah, so like the numbers that attend, it's people through the gate, through the door. From the last festival, I think we had about 2,500 people over the day.
Would that make it like the biggest music festival in Dunedin?
Oh, I hadn't thought of it that way. Well, I mean, we've got, depends what you call Vogel Street, I suppose. Maybe it is. You know, I'll take it.
Get ready, on your marks. You before, after you.
I've not had to turn down any bands yet because I want it to be a festival of that matches experienced musicians with, like, some people are performing for the first time, so it's kind of like a public forum where kind of an open access so that anyone can be a part of it. But you know, 50 acts across 6 performance areas for 20-minute sets, and it's largely acoustic, but there's also amplification.
Listen to Born in the USA, you were listening to Born in America, you were listening to Born in the USA. Born in the USA.
depends on which part of the library you're in that you on what sort of music you'll see. Everywhere from between book stacks to the car park to in the elevators. Yeah.
So I just thought I'd tell you. All the demons have been slain. Listen to that verse. I'll bet you'll only be as big as what you do. Oh, the blood red, sentimental fucking blue.
It was inspired, actually, I'm being honest, it was inspired by the NPR Tiny Desk concerts. If you're not familiar with that, it's where you have you bring in an artist that you're featuring for this. I think they do it every week or every month or something like that. And they put them on this tiny little desk in the middle of the offices. So the idea is that we have the artist performing in a space that is as is, like they're not allowed really to change too much about the library and how it is. So that kind of ran with that concept of playing in a space that is just normal everyday space, but putting music in there, and I guess looking at quirky and innovative ways that we can put music in spaces where people aren't expecting it, like stairwells and the elevator is always really popular, and just like, you know, in between book stacks or on top of desks and, you know, shelves and whatnot, wherever we can basically find that's going to be entertaining and safe.
I think that'll do. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I feel really rewarded when putting on these kind of community festivals, because I think it brings people together in a way which isn't always involving money, and just kind of celebrates what makes Dunedin a really cool place to live in, because we get so many people willing to give their time and enthusiasm for next to nothing. And so yeah, that's my role within the Nook Cranny, just to coordinate everyone and make it happen.
Come on in.
Thinking of one more song.
You'll find some heavenly love.
One of my students.
What is it? Hallelujah, I'm a bomb. Hallelujah, bomb again. Hallelujah, gives a hand to revive us again. This is your last chance, because this is our last song.
Last song. Oh, this is the last song. Right. Okay. What?
Hallelujah,
Hallelujah. What's the word? Hallelujah. Born again. Hallelujah.
gives a hand to revive us again. Oh good, the crowd that knows it. I went to a house and asked Dad to drink.
On the break.
You sing it.
No, carry on. Put down about it.
You go round.
You're squeezing. Yeah.
Oh, we're listening to the music.
Yeah, we are, but there's no. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. This is the ground.
Oh, it's the red digging out again.
Squeezing. You got to just come forward a wee bit. to one. We're going to one.
Yeah, we're going to one.
We're just going to one.
The baby
We're just right.
No, that's still ground. We'll try one. We'll try one.
Oh, that's a good one.
So there's a few key personalities that have always been involved from the beginning. Kay Mercer at the library has always been incredibly supportive and loves New Zealand music and wants to see it supported as much as possible, so she's been a key personality in making that happen. I work very closely with Stephen Hillman at the Otago Polytechnic, who helps us coordinate and film all the acts, which is the buy-in that the acts have to performing at the festival. So in lieu of payment, which we don't have nearly enough budget to pay any musicians or to pay anyone really for that matter, we offer them a video that they can use to promote their music, or you know, at least just share with their friends and their fans.
Well, I'm a tutor for film and television at Otago Poly, so gives my students an excellent chance, and today we've got about 15 current, or about 9 current students and about 5 graduates that are all coming together all over the library and working. And just personally, I love working with Kay and Brendan and music and the festival, and it's just a great day. A lot of stress, but just a good day to get this stuff out into the community, really, I reckon. Polytechnic and stuff is all about replicating kind of workspaces and real life events and real work, and there's nothing more real than an event like this. Yeah, cheers, Will. Yeah, it's okay.
We won't stand aside while you preach your misdirector. As long as we're always gonna be the disaffected when information is fit to control. But you too, privacy to me to indulge you. As long as your broken ego enables you to. As long as you're broken, the train of culture.
This is my 3rd time actually. I've been here since the first one. Yeah.
And why do you participate?
It's great. It's really fun. Making the sound of the library alone is brilliant. But yeah, it's the biggest thing around. And certainly the folk level, you know. I love it.
This is my 3rd year, so been there from the start apparently. I didn't know that, but yeah.
And why do you do it?
Because I like playing. I like playing in a library because you can be loud when you're supposed to be quiet, and it's cool to see people come out on a Sunday to the library and watching music, reading a book and socialising. Sort of celebrating all the Dunedin musos that come out and do this. Yeah.
We always feel like we're outsider or unknown, even though we've been doing this thing musically for a long time just because of the love. Deep down, part of us actually wants to be known and wants to be heard and put stuff out. So we keep on pushing it as well for ourselves and for our own enjoyment or even our own egos. But and it's always nice to hear feedback, and we see the same people's faces in the audience. You know, when we come to places even like the library, you would never think a rock band could play in a library. So we get a good buzz out of here.
Thank you everyone for coming along to today. It's been an amazing day. Lots of smiles, lots of people just exploring the library and finding out all the music that Dunedin has to offer. So people behind the scenes, I think we've got about 40 or so volunteers that have helped them put this thing together for free, and you know, just with the love of it. The students from the Otago Polytechnic and helpers and other people, video crew and ex-past Polytechnic people. Big round of applause for those guys who are going to document this.
Program. Yes. Did you want to do it again?
Yes.
Great. Next year?
Yes.
And let's have one more from the wonderful Mentalist Collective.
Still me, Brendan. Still me, mate. Still me.
yeah, I think it's just we're going to better onwards to next year, and we'll try to think of some plans how we can create some new surprises and stuff like that. I think it's our next step forward. So you see, like, I want to have this kind of dream where I've kind of got a massive name but not advertise it and just kind of stumble upon, and then it'd be like, I'd love some sort of thing like that.
Sense of humor is different to mine. Reflection from the windowsill, it's blinding me until, but it's when the sunshine hits your face. Brighter than a million stars in space. I can't believe it. Soft hair that's tied enough, broadly dark and never been cut. Look up and smile as you see. I can't believe it's me, but it's when the sunshine hits your face. Brighter than a million stars in space. Safer than clouds, your smiling embrace. I can't believe it.